It's going to be about minimizing inventory costs. So total inventory cost is going to be your yearly carrying costs combined with your yearly reordering costs, because we don't want to order all the items at once and have to store them for the whole year, because it might be more expensive to do that. Maybe this is a less expensive way. So we will let X be the number of items in each order. We call that the lot size. And then there's always going to be somewhere between all of them or none of them in stock. So to figure out our general storage fees, we're going to use half of average is half. So the average number of items in stock will be X over 2 for calculating storage cost. So the yearly carrying or storage cost will be the cost to store the item times your average number of items, which is going to be your X over 2. Now as far as reordering goes, the cost of every order times the number of items needed per year divided by the size of each order. Okay, so in other words, if you want 200 items and you purchase 20 at a time, then the number of items per order would be 200 divided by 20. Okay. A sporting goods store sells 100 pool tables a year, so need 100 tables for the whole year. Cost $20 to store one pool table for a year. So cost to store $20 per table. To reorder, the fixed cost is going to be $40 per shipment, plus the variable cost will be $16 per table. Okay, so however many items there are in an order. How many times a year should the store order pool tables, and in what lot size, in order to minimize your inventory cost? So cost is going to be storage, so it's going to be $20 per table, and if I have X at the most, we'll use X over 2 as an average number of items in stock, plus the number of times we reorder. So if I'm going to need 100 tables, and there are X items in each, then it's going to be 100 divided by X will tell me how many times I have to reorder, times the cost, which is going to be $40 per shipment, plus $16 for each pool table. There are X pool tables in an order. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up. So then 2 goes into 20 10 times, plus when we distribute, it's going to be 100 times 40 will be 4,000, plus 100 times 16x and is divided by x. The x's are going to cancel, so it's going to be 1,600. Okay, if we want to minimize our cost, then we're going to go ahead and take the first derivative to figure out if we can find a local min. So first derivative then is going to be 10 for the first term, plus, again, this is going to be 4,000 times x to the negative 1. So plus negative 4,000 times x to the negative 2, which is really negative 4,000 over x squared, plus 0. Again, 0 doesn't make any sense in the context of this problem. We're not going to order 0 items if we need 100 over the course of a year. So let's go ahead and set this equal to 0 and solve. If I multiply every single term by x squared to get rid of this denominator, it's going to be 10x squared minus 4,000 is equal to 0. If I add 4,000 to both sides, 10x squared will be equal to 4,000 divided by 10. X squared is now going to be 400. Take the square root of both sides, and the principle of the positive root only makes sense here. We are not ordering negative 20 pool tables. That doesn't make any sense. So square root of 400 is 20. So we're going to order 20 pool tables at a time, perhaps, if it minimizes our costs. So first derivative test, maybe we'll use 15. On the left hand side, 25. On the right hand side for our check numbers, because I know those numbers pretty quickly. So if we plug them in on the left hand side into our first derivative, it's going to be 10 or 10 plus minus, so it's just 10 minus 4,000 divided by 15 squared. So then 15 squared is 225. So 4,000 divided by 225 is going to be how much? $17. So this is negative. So it's decreasing on the left. If we do 10 minus 4,000 divided by 25 squared, 625, so 4,000 divided by 625, that's 6.4. This is positive. So positive on the right means it's increasing, and we have confirmed that at 20 there's going to be a min. So that means that we want to order 20 items per order, and we're going to do number of orders will be 100 divided by 20, which is 5. So there's going to be 5 orders, 20 tables each, in order to minimize the cost of these 100 pool tables that we plan to sell during the year. And then finally,